Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Test. Sorry for the feedback. I did not even realize I started the stream. This music is too strong. Okay. Let me just finish testing. I'm gonna be
Hi, dropshippers.
in a few seconds. Okay. That's so embarrassing. I did not know I was starting a stream. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Denevraut from Somnium Space Community. I'm an independent Unity developer, 3D artist, avatar artist, and every Sunday I host the Creator Sunday stream where I display creative content around Somnium Space, how to do them, and I'm also on Somnium Space Discord voice channel to answer question and to display there too. Yeah. Very bad introduction. Okay, so let me just start here. Share my screen on Discord if you want to join. Screen 1, I guess. Yes. There. And why not sharing my VC face camera? There. That's a lot of uploading. Hope it's not too much. Maybe it is. Anyway, good. I'm just gonna wait a few more seconds that people join the stream. Validating some space. YouTube, good. YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Hello Twitter, always the first one to join. This is Creator Sunday stream. I'm Denevraut from Somnium Space Community. I'm an independent Unity developer, 3D artist, avatar designer, etc, etc. And I mostly work these days on Unity word development for Somnium Space. And today I'm gonna start from scratch. I want to share more what I'm doing, so you can use what I do even if you didn't watch the stream. I hope this new formula will be better. Always trying to improve what I do, even if you didn't. I just enabled feedback by accident. How do I pause a Twitter video? There's no pause button. Oh, I'm just gonna close the window. You can send me comments on YouTube and Twitch. Okay, let's start this. There. Okay. So I will not explain everything. I will suppose you have the ability to search for some of the stuff I'm showing you. It will make the stream faster. For example, if you want to know how to install Unity, that's something that you can find very easily. I made a template project for Unity, so you don't have to think too much about how to install it. It's currently, the latest version is on my website. It will... no. What it is? Wait 1 sec. Oh damn it. What it is? It's a Git book. I'm also the creator of the project Incredible Words. It's some kind of operating system for some space words. I use my system for developing in stream because it's faster to develop. But everything I do will work in Somnium Space, don't worry. Okay, so the latest You should, when you start developing in Unity for Somnium Space, you should use a project template. It's just so much easier. Unity project template. Let's download it. I mean, I already have it, so just for showing you. Incrediwords.gitbook.io. Ping me on Discord if you want to know where it is. There is one for Somnium Space, but I think it's old. Somnium Space. I think it's somniumspaceguide.com. Yeah, you just type Somnium Space on Google. Word development. There must be a maybe it's Somnium getting started. I'm sorry. I don't go there very often these days. Okay, that's good to know. I don't find the getting started. Good. Somnium web, official website, parcel, Discord, avatar, PC client. Where's the? I'm sorry. Let's go avatar SDK. SDK installation. There. Okay, sorry about that. That tell that my organization is a failure. Yeah, Somnium Space Guide project template. There's another one here. Unity SDK installation. Ah, it's there. Oh, did someone join the Discord? Hello, kid.
Hello, Denevraut. How are you today?
Very good. Trying
Good.
a new formula today. Again.
All right.
So what I want to do is to restart from scratch War development. With the new project I'm trying to do, open world for Somnium Space. The idea is that I keep feature simple and I will post the code on Google Drive that anyone can access.
Nice.
And if people want to upload to it, I can give them access to, of course. I will keep the explanation to a level where I can suppose that people can do part of the job by searching, because explaining everything is just way too long.
Totally.
And a stream of 2 hours is way too long too. If I can, I will try also to record a little. I think there's a record button on Streamlab. Yes, there. If I can, I will. I will just assume my record won't be perfect this time, because it's just impossible to record a perfect record in stream in one shot.
Of course.
So, okay. I will just tell about people about the template project. That's just the best way to start. Let me just validate my sound work. It always creeped me out. It's just the best way to start. Okay, it worked. Streamlab. Yes, I'm not full screen again. Sorry. Sometimes my avatar was full screen. Okay, let me just open my project template and just duplicate it. I'm using the Incrediwords project template. It's just because it's more up to date. And of course, every tutorial I'll do are also working if you want to work inside Incrediwords. So upload stuff to your space. If you don't know what it is, just ask me on wherever you can find me, you know. Okay, Evo template. Let me duplicate this. Oh no, sorry. Oh yeah, Control D work here. I never know where Control D work and don't work. Okay, where are you? What? What did I just do? Oh, Control D is Control D. Okay, on some application it's copy, on other it's delete.
Oh.
It was delete. I just did Control Z since Windows weirdly supported. Okay, so Control C, Control V. Don't follow my bad example. Don't Control D in Windows. That's why my template disappeared recently.
Oh my gosh.
If you want to export a Unity project and you want it to be smaller, I have a little tricks for you. There is in package, no, sorry, in library, metadata. If you
Okay.
delete everything here, it's gonna be regenerated. Delete nothing else in Unity. There's just that's the only one that's safe. Metadata. It will just be
Okay.
all rebuilt. Sometimes you can save like 100 megabyte, maybe more. Look here, 250. But when it's compressed, of course, it's less. So
Sure.
like here, I have my where are you? Where am I? Yeah, here my two templates. 320, 220. One have the metadata clean and the other not. But I
Gotcha.
realize maybe it's better to have a bigger file if people don't have to think too much, you know. Unity is so annoying sometimes, you want it to work. So use project template. If you can migrate your own project in a template, it's just so easier to work with.
How do you do a template out?
Oh, it's very simple. Create a Unity project and make a zip file from it. Voila. That's what a project template
Okay.
is. I mean, I said
Okay.
that it's not a Unity template. It's just a template. It means that everything
Gotcha.
have been set up, and I hope I don't have personal information in the temp file. I guess whatever.
Sure.
It's not like I type my password on the console, so it should be fine. Okay,
Sure.
so the template should be duplicated right now. I'm gonna call it open world. I try to find the most neutral word so people don't think it's related to my projects. I really want people to take it as a fully open source.
Yep.
Do whatever you want with it. And also you can use everything we will do in, of course, in ONG engine, uh, EU. Yeah.
Sure.
So it's just bold code, so it works everywhere. Okay. Copy the path, open word, another Unity project. Like I don't have enough, you know. You saw this here. Oh my god. Be organized. Okay? First advice, be organized or you will regret it. Okay, open. Let me just validate that my okay. Music is not too strong. It's DMCA free, should be fine. Hopefully. I don't really take a lot of time to choosing the music, I'm sorry, but you know. In case you want to know, I'm using VC Face for adding a virtual avatar. It just needs a camera. I was trying to search on the Somnium Space Guide stuff. That thing that month I did not open it.
It's been a while, yes.
Yeah, I've been asking the CEO if updates for the official tutorial website. I don't have news. I would like to participate if possible, but for now it's Somnium Space Guide. Oh, by the way, look at his here. I put my logs to 1 lines. Very nice. Click here, log entry,
Oh, nice.
1
Yep.
line, and
Very
I
nice.
remove the timestamp since I really don't rarely use it. Very clean.
Sure.
So my Unity is on a laptop screen, so the shape may be weird. Okay, so this is an IncrediWords template word, so I'm just gonna start from scratch. There, I see. What is this on my feet? Sorry, something rolled to me. Okay, so oh my god, I'm sorry. I need my cable to recharge my headset. Give me 1 minute. Till there, don't have a good connection, so if I talk, it could cut. Okay, I'm back. Oh my god, I don't have I don't have a USB port left. Where do I connecting this? Ah my god, let me find something. Oh la la.
It was several years ago. I had ordered a USB, basically a USB splitter, a 3.0.
I hope you got it several years.
I did, and I got it a few days before, a couple weeks before Christmas, and my brother was coming over, and as we got together and we were hanging out before Christmas, he was asking, "Geez, is there any such thing as a USB splitter or something like that?" And because he's got a PlayStation 3 and he wants to be able to charge multiple
Oh,
things, and so I wrapped it up and gave it to him. It was a mind blown that he received what he had just been talking about the night before. It was still in the box and all of that. So it was really funny.
lol. The
I
magic of
figured I'd tell you a little
Christmas.
story while you were hooking up stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready. Sorry. Oh my god. I'm so a bad streamer, but I guess as long as some people watch the stream, it's fine. So this here is not the default Unity configuration, but that's one that I like the most. My game view here, I have my console. Here I can use graph. I can edit my shader. I can
Would you
see
like to show how to do that
Oh
from the
yeah.
default?
Let's go with default here.
Yep.
Okay, so first of all, I don't like this here. Just gonna do that because this window here is way too long. So I drop it here instead.
Yep.
That's not
Got
how
it.
it
So
was. What?
just
No, wait, wait,
grabbing.
wait. That's not how it was. Let's return to. Oh damn it! I lost it. Okay, so maybe it was like. I don't remember. Oh my god! I think it was
So
like this.
I'm so sorry. Can you?
Probably something like that. No, 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 no. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Here. Then this here.
So
Then
you're just grabbing the
yeah, yeah,
tabs
yeah.
and pulling them
Okay, now
where
I
they
got
need
it.
to go. There we
So
go.
here I can do that. You see? Here I can do
Very good.
that.
Nice.
I'm not sure if that was like this, but let's leave it for now.
You also had the.
And game view here, yes.
There you go.
So when you press start, you have the game view very close. And my console, I either way put it there or whatever. And I don't remember how it was. It feels wrong. Anyway, let's continue like this. So, okay, I will suppose you have very little Unity knowledge, or I will explain a little. Okay, let's go. So, Somnium Space Ward or Evo Spaces, they all are pretty much are Unity games. So pretty much everything in Unity that don't need add-ons will work. So yeah, it's pretty much Unity development here. And my VC face avatar is in angle. Okay, no, it's fine now. Sorry. So let's start by the basics. Create object, plane. So we want some grounds. Very important in Somnium Space. Everything that is static, you need to change a layer here to terrain. Very fast. A layer is just some kind of yeah, how I can say that. Yeah, it's like the word say, a layer. So there's two purposes of the layer, for rendering and for physics, but they are tied together. Sorry, they are locked together. So if you are on the layer 14, it's the layer 14 for rendering and the layer 14 for physics. So you can tell the camera that you don't want to display some layers, so you have some layers that are invisible for one camera but visible for others. It's kind of a filter for the camera and a filter for the physics. Very roughly. We will tell more later or in another stream. So yeah, terrain for everything static. So you know in some space it will be visible and it will be physical. See here I have my mesh collider. That's perfect. That's a very ugly. Let's just find a material. That's less ugly. Oh wow, don't have a lot of oh yeah, yeah. We have some rocks.
Of
No,
course,
wood.
somebody with a okay, yes.
And very important, understand that a material, that when you put a material on a surface, it render a texture or whatever look it like. A material is a file. So if you change the material, like here I want it to be more dense, if I change the spec here, it will change it for every other object that uses material. So it's kind of dangerous to do that. You normally want to create materials before editing it. So for example, I'm gonna, oh, little tricks I use. I always use a folder called #local. Reason is because for many reasons I put every single file I use in this folder to organize, and the hashtag just means that the folder will be the first on the hierarchy. There's no code here. Okay, so my project, let's go with that. Here, local, my project. So I'm gonna create a material. So don't do like I did. If you select a material, don't edit it, right? If you want a custom surface, create a material. So I'm gonna call it wood. Gonna drag and drop on it, so it's a file. If I edit it, it's gonna be edited for every object that use it. Let me enlarge this. Let me just check very fast if I have comment on Twitch. Pretty much the only place I have comment normally. Nope. YouTube, nope. Okay, that's fine. I'm not sad. Yes, material. Now I select a texture. That. Oh my god. When I do tests, it's always the ugliest things. I can increase the tilling. It's kind of tilling the texture here. Let's say this is good. I want something different. I'm sorry. It's so ugly. We have wood. Those tile I always use for tutorials, so let me change very fast.
Actually, tile is really good because it really points to when you do the
I
tiling.
guess you're right. I guess you're right. So I think it's Unity tiles. So here it's 2x2. Here's 1x1. One texture. 2x2 mean 2x2 texture. Here you can see it.
So the pronunciation of I would usually call that tiling. How many times it tiles
Okay.
across the object. And so here we are. We're setting it as 2 and 2, so you can see that's basically taken that material and put two versions of it across the surface.
Yeah. It's like stretching, in fact, the texture. And when you shrink the texture, it repeats itself. So, look at this. They will understand. If I shrink the X, I should have done it like this. It's easier to understand. You see, it repeats.
Yes.
I could also tell him to repeat or to mirror, but that's another subject.
Sure.
Okay. Where was I?
Or even go 0.5 to make the each individual one of the squares.
Yeah, if I want one square here, it will be 0.25. Like 0.25. Now I have one square, but it's very
yes, very low pixel.
So first thing first, when you add an object to Unity, you have the annoying habit of placing it randomly. So I go on transform, reset. There. I'm gonna create a 3D cube. A cube is very nice to see the scale. Reset. A cube is 1 by 1 meters. Yes, 1 by 1 meters. So you know that is 1 by 1 meters. Here my shadow is very dark. There's one reason. Window, rendering, light setting. I will keep this window because I use it sometime. I don't need all this rendering. We won't bake light. If you don't understand what it means, it's fine. Don't worry. I'm just gonna disable this because I don't want it. Generate lighting. Save scene. Local. My project. Scene. There. Sorry if you don't understand everything, but it's fine. You don't have to understand everything.
Much nicer.
Yes.
Now for that, we turned off real-time lighting just in case.
In fact, there's no point because I think by default by default I think it's not automatic, so it won't be trying to render. Real-time lighting, just take every surface and paint on it the light.
Sure.
And the reason I did generate here, it's because Unity thought that the sky was dark, and now I told him use the sky like this, and
Yep.
now light the scene this way, simply.
Got it.
Okay. Um, I will very soon go to Bolt because that's pretty much the core of
Okay.
Unity development. So I just want the window. So Bolt. No, sorry, it's window graph inspector. That's for Bolt. I need this window here. Like, oh my god. No. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. And window variables. So Bolt is a way of coding your game with visual objects. You will just see what it does. So I will put my console here because I'm used to have a separation like this. Okay, project here. Okay.
Will the template file already have Bolt set up in it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So you don't have to think too much.
Awesome.
Right now I will switch to IncrediWords uploading, but it will be very, very similar to Somnium Space. Let me just show you the difference. Create empty. Somnium Space uploader. So I don't even know if Somnium Space is installed. No, sorry, Somnium Space is not installed, but normally it's just a game object like this. You put the script, you press upload, that's it. It will take everything and send. For IncrediWords spaces that are similar to Somnium Space parcels, it's a little bit different.
Be back in just a sec.
Uploader. I will just put. I don't need lights because there's already a sun in IncrediWords. I don't need camera too. I will just take my plane in my queue. Scene variable, I don't need that too. If you need to organize, create an empty object. In Unity, it's very weird. You can use object just to organize. So I don't know. Like this, upload. It's just to understand the difference between what is the scene local, what is distant. I will upload it so you see the difference. Somnium Space launcher. We will be very soon at the bold coding. It's the main subject.
Sure.
Oh, we have someone. BioCryo, hi. Don't. Oops. Oh, by the way, if you come on Discord channel, don't feel you need to talk. It's fine. It's just another way to watch the stream. Thanks for joining. If you have questions, I'm here. But I think BioCryo already have a lot of knowledge here, so. So what open world project will be, we will make mostly some assets, asset being anything like visual, physical scripts, and we will make also scripts that everyone can access. Let me find the link. Maybe I will post stuff today. I would like to post code today.
So, are you going to be taking this exact template?
I guess I can put the template on the Google Drive.
I'm just wondering if it's going to be a default template, should it include EWU stuff or not include EWU stuff?
It should not, I think. But at the same, I could do both because I don't want to use this project to advertise IncrediWords. But at the same time, yeah, it's just a complicated question. I can always just delete the SDK and upload the template, you know.
Sure, but then again, if somebody's watching this after the fact, all of the folders are going to be different. That material that you used as the demo is going to be
I mean,
different.
the only thing that will be different will. Oh, you're right, because I use my folders. Good point. Let's start. Let's restart. Damn it. You're right. Okay. Or maybe I won't just. I will just probably not publish the template today. Maybe some code, but we will see. But not a template.
All right,
I will use
this will
some.
be a practice run.
I will use the Somnium space template. You just remind me that there is assets here that are that only IncrediWords user can use. Thanks for
Yeah,
reminding.
that's what I was thinking. Yep.
So
You're welcome.
yes, good. So we will keep it simple, cubes and stuff. I know cubes are lame, but is it open yet? There, 2D. So what do we do like as feature today? Let's do a real one, okay? So it could be we can do grabbable in fact. This is quite simple. The grabbing that you cannot throw. See what I mean? Sorry, I have this some very loud sound right now. Let's wait. Ah, what a good cold coffee. Joking. It reminds me that when I drink tea, it's either way too cold or too hot. Never warm.
Never just right. I think if you had not told me that, Denevraut, I probably would have suspected that.
Suspected. What?
If you hadn't told me that, I think that would be an assumption that I would have already made about you.
You mean the coffee?
Yes. Well, just in that it's always either too hot or too cold.
Oh.
And just like with every texture that you go to demo, it's not quite right. It's a little bit too pixelated,
yes,
or
yeah, it's true.
it's never quite
know,
exactly what you're looking for.
I think I don't think for all artists, but I'm very connected to my instinct, and he tell me what's nice and what's not. Yeah. Oh, didn't we saw a video recently about that? You showed me about how the artists work.
Yes.
Like
from Ira Glass.
Yeah. So here it's IncrediWords. Yeah, I just came here. I will just pick up some place to upload. So if anyone wants to try out, they can rent a very small space for free. Sorry for saying this in stream. Okay, 72. Let's use that. Oh no, sorry. If there's a green contour, it means it's used. My bad. I don't even know how my system works. What a shame. 70. Yes, this one is available. 70. EU uploader. Login. Password 123. Joking. 70. Oh my god. This one is test. So if I delete it, it means that's my fault because I call it test. You know, remember? Never call something test because it means you can delete it. What's there? Hope it's not important or secret. Oh, it's nothing. It's just a test. A real test. Not something that's important, but called test. Organize. Okay, upload this. Hope it will work. I'm always afraid this crash. I may revert back my toolkit that for needing less dependency, KidNerp.
Oh yeah.
Just don't need that people need to install because I've searched and searched. There's no way of installing the package manager here package automatically. At least with this version of Unity.
Gotcha.
This window is so slow. Okay. So,
If you have it included in the template,
oh wow.
it will be still there, right? Nice.
No, 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 it don't work because. Oh yeah, it would have worked. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In fact, the new template have it. Maybe
Okay.
I mean only
So
new
that makes
only
sense.
only old people that sorry not old people people that was already using Evo
Gotcha.
will have to install it. So maybe I'm just yeah
Yeah,
okay
that's not too bad.
yeah it's not too bad. You see what I said about Unity bad habit of randomly positioning stuff. I did it again. So when I created the oh
Ah,
sorry
yep.
just for people understand a game object. See a game object like a folder. You can put folder inside folder inside folders. That's what game objects are. They don't do anything by themselves. They just are container. They contain stuff. Then on a game object, I can put a script. I can put by default there's a transform thing that position it. Let me reset the transform for them too. That's my fault. Reset. Sorry. Now it's gonna be centered. Oh yeah, the floor may be a little inside the other floor, so I will just move it a little bit on the y-axis. Now I can upload again. In Space it will be similar, but the process of uploading is a little bit slow because you need to quit the word, go back. So it's just for the exercise. I prefer using EWO. I think Space will have a system similar in the future as I hear. I'm not sure. Did you? There.
I don't know.
So here we have our game of that do nothing. And you see here, I forget to put the layer on it. So the layer of the cube is when the physics filter the layers, it say, oh, this object is not physical because it's not terrain. I don't know by heart which layer are physical and which are not, but terrain is just a safe. And if there's just two, you just need to understand two layers: terrain and vehicle. That's it. If something moves, you put vehicle. So this one, I guess we will put it physical. Let's do that. So add component, rigid body. Sorry, I got a blank. Yeah, that's it. We won't talk about multiplayer today because it's already hard and I'm working on a new technique. So let's keep it local. So when you will go in the game and someone push the cube, it won't be synchronized, but for now it's gonna be fine. Let's go. Upload again. The bigger is your project, the longer is it to upload. That's why this is fast. And there's a lot of warning. Here I'm gonna re-upload, re-download it. Did you hear Kidnarb, the mistake I made? I publish debug code. All the buttons was broken.
Oh
Oh my
no.
god. And Oli
I
had
didn't
this
hear that.
event and she could not start it. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yes, I did it. Okay, so let's go with right now with script. I don't know what I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna first add script on it, add component on the cube. Bolt, sorry, add component, bolt. Sorry if there's weird sound, it's the washing machine. Flow machine. No, c'est correct. Sorry, I'm French. I may speak sometime weird language. I will press new here. My project. I can rename the script later. I'm just gonna call it script. Even if I will... Whoops, sorry. Even if it's not recommended to call a script. I want to drag the window. Yes, I put the window here. That's how I love to work. And my console there. At least on bigger screen. Okay, so my cube here. When you see green node like this, green node mean it's gonna execute script. This one is execute script on start. This one executes script every frame. Update. I said we could do grabbable, but grabbable are simpler to do in VR than in PC, so I may not do that today. Okay, let's do a. I always do the same thing, so let's do a door open automatically, right? That's gonna be less lame. So I will make a door with this cube here, right? So this is 1 meter, so the door should be way bigger. So rotating this object is not gonna be easy because the origin is on the center. So I'm gonna create an empty game object that will act like a pivot, right? Pivot.
Yeah.
So door pivot. I'm using basic shape just for the exercise, but to be honest, it won't give good result. Because when you stretch a game object, it will stretch the texture too, and it may just be ugly. But here we don't really care. So let me just... Okay, so my pivot is... Where is my pivot? Let's reset it. Okay, pivot is here. I'm so confused. Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's wrong here. You see there's 2 buttons here. Pivot or center. Pivot is the real pivot. Center is just the center of the object. So pivot may be more appropriate for us. The door now. I'm just gonna reset the Z-axis. No, sorry, wrong one. The Y. The X, sorry. So what we will do is rotate the door like this, right? With an animation. Let's just forget about this cube right now. And that's... Okay, the animation will only rotate the door, but the problem is if I put an animation to rotate the door, then the door will never be able to be on another angle, like this to open. So I need to create a new game object that will be door origin. It may be confusing right now and redundant, but trust me, you will understand later. So door origin is here. So I can rotate this and it won't affect the door animation. Pivot here. I'm just gonna put the door centered. So when I move the door like this, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Sorry, I know it's confusing.
I see that. That makes sense. So the origin is kind of at the bottom. So when you're placing it in the world, you're grabbing the center, and then the pivot is actually slightly off center because it's going to be the side of the door, and then you've got the door. That makes sense.
I will just repeat again. So the door pivot here, the animation will control it directly. Since the animation will control the pivot, I cannot rotate the door manually anymore. Like if you want the door like this and still open when you go close to it, it won't work because the animation will control the rotation. So what I do, I put the door in a game object that won't be controlled. Let me show you the pivot again. If I move the door like this and the pivot is there, then the door will open like this, you see? So when you put a game object into another, I said it's like folders. Imagine each folder have a position. So the door origin is here, but I won't rotate or move the door. I want to rotate it around this pivot. Let me just put it here. I messed up everything. There. Is there any real life example I can use?
A hinge?
Yes. I guess. I'm trying to... no, I don't see a hinge, yes, but I was trying to illustrate the logic of game object that are inside game object, and the pivot affect the others. Maybe just
Gotcha.
test it yourself. Test it. This is the best way to understand is to play with it. Put game object inside others, move them, and you will understand how it works. There. So this is done. Sorry, I will stop this here. I don't want to confuse people more than they already are. Let's just place this correctly. How big is the door first? 0.2. Let's just use some more logic numbers. No, it's not a real. Let's go with 1.5. Okay, 1.5 divided by 2 is. You know what? Unity can do it. 1.5 divided by 2. There. Okay, so that's good. First of all, door need to be vehicle. There. Let's go with the animation now. First of all, like I said, organize. So let's create a folder for animations. Yeah, pretty much it. Create animation controller, door, create animation, door again. You will understand why we need 2 files. Door origin. I can put the animation there or there, doesn't matter. But I prefer putting the animation on the higher level, the main container. I mean, you could imagine if you put a Tupperware inside the Tupperware, okay? Let's say you have a big Tupperware and you have a smaller one. The smaller one can move inside the bigger one, right? But when you move the bigger one, the smaller one will move too because it's inside. So it's kind of the similar thing here. So that's what we call local position and local rotation, because it rotates and move inside the other one, inside the other Tupperware. I could call them all Tupperware. Sorry. Oh my god. Okay. Add component. Animator. Okay, that's annoying. I call the animator controller. Let's do that. Animator controller door.
And would that be animation?
Oh, yes.
Or I usually just use anim and animctrl.
But that's kind of.
Of course.
There's 2 ways of thinking. Either way, for when you have a lot of files, it may be easier to find if you do the reverse. Door animation and door animation controller. It's 2 ways of thinking. I cannot say which one is best. But like this, so if you have a lot of animation, you know that they will be close together since they are linked. But they may not be linked. You may have a generic animation, so it's hard to say.
True.
What will you do?
So the only other thing I thought of is, would that door animation want to be something more specific, like door opening, door open,
Yeah,
door
correct.
closed? Okay.
I will just use one animation and revert it, in fact.
Okay.
But personally, I prefer the pattern generic than specific. So generic is animation, specific is door. Even more specific would be door 1, for example. Or like even more specific, door 1 open. You know, generic too specific. So when it starts in the hierarchy, yeah. You can also put animation controller on another folder, but that start to be a lot of folders. You will have a lot of folders eventually. Let's continue the animation controller. I put it there. I double click on it. I prefer having my animation controller window here. Then I want to create, okay, animation controller. Each box here are states. It means that an animation can only be at one state at a time. So open or close, and rest will be transition. So I will create an empty one. So the animation is somewhere. You know, it needs to be somewhere. And then, depending on the condition, it start from somewhere and it go somewhere else. Open. See? There. If I want to have the reverse animation, I will add another one. I will add again the door open, and I will put the speed at -1. So I make another transition here and there. So let's add a parameters that when I change it, it switched animation to from close to open. So here new state.
You want to just show what that will do at the moment?
Right now you do nothing. Oh yeah, but we don't have animation yet. So let's pause this and do the animation. It may be more.
I like that idea.
Again, preferring my window here. Most of my window for working are there. So I click on the door origin. As soon as I'm inside the animator controller, I can edit it. So I will press record here. I will select the door pivot because that's what I want to rotate. And I don't want to rotate it. I will right click on rotation, add key. Or I could also just do that, but you will have a residual rotation. That's not cool. So
is that a shortcut you're using to switch between your translating up, down, left, right, and rotation?
Oh my god, yes, sorry. Lucky you're here. Okay, so Q, no, it's W, E for English, Q, sorry, W for moving, E for rotating, R for scaling. E, right? Did I say it right? E?
I don't know. I was not aware of those. So yeah, let's try it out. So W.
I thought you were challenging me, like, for the purpose of the stream.
No, I honestly, it was just, I'm sure that there was one. I just haven't searched it out, and I saw you using it.
You know how it works. Hi, person that I don't know. Did you know that they are special price at this market that I don't know either?
I didn't get what?
Never mind. Okay.
Okay. So,
yes, w,
when your object is selected, if you hit W, it will give you the arrows to move up, down, left, and right.
Yes.
E will give you the rotation, and R will let you adjust the scale. Very good.
Oh yeah, there's Y too. I didn't know. Y is there like the full package, and you have T that normally work. Oh yeah, T only work if you have a shape. Like T is very nice.
Yep. Oh, that's cool.
You control Unity like a game. WASD, and I hold the right click to move, like flying. There's no up and down, so for going up, you point up and like this. Oh yes, there's up and down. Damn it! I learn stuff every day in Unity. Okay, sorry about that. I don't like to enable gizmo. Gizmo are like something that are not visible in game, but it's just for showing what's there, because gizmo is very heavy to render. It can make your game slow. But I normally don't use gizmo, just when I need it. Okay, where was I? Door pivot. I right click here, add key to the recording. It's recording, but the time is paused. But I could time is paused. So we just go to 1 second here. Oh, by the way, here the animation. Those are not seconds. First number is second. Second number is frame. So like 40, 50, 1.0. I'm like, what? No, the second number is frames. So 60 frame equal 1 second. You can change the frame rate, but let's keep 60, right? If you have a very, 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 very complicated animation, you could reduce it, you know, but yeah. 1 second, just for, you know, standard. I'm gonna rotate it to be open. Oh, let's do a nicer door. The door will open depending on which direction you come, right? So we will have like we will have a open inside and an open outside, right? There. So let's go with 90 degrees minus 90. Okay, so I need 2 animation. Rename. Door 1, open clockwise. No, counter clockwise. It's CCW, right? Am I correct or completely off-road? I do Control D to duplicate something, by the way. Clockwise and counterclockwise. I hope it's
Wait.
I'm just gonna write it.
Sure.
Is it like this? Clockwise? I have no idea. You know, I know English by sounds, not by meaning.
I think that's right.
Okay, so then we will be... I could also say positive and negative. Never mind. Counterclockwise. It's fine if your name are long, as long as it help you. You know, naming, the purpose of naming is to organize. So if you feel more organized with longer names, go for it. Okay, so it's duplicate, so I just need to reverse the number. I double click on the animation, counterclockwise, and I will click here. I can expand the rotation. Sorry, I need to move the cursor. You can use this here. Next. Previous. Next. And so it's gonna be 90 instead of... Okay. Now I need to go to the animation controller and call this. So now it's different. Let's restart this. We will do open clockwise or open counterclockwise. Then I will copy the open clockwise for the closing, and I will copy the counterclockwise for the closing too. You will understand in a few seconds. Transition, transition, transition. Whoop, 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 whoop. Transition. Whoa, 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 whoa. Transition. There. And let's just go exit. When you do exit, it's gonna return to idle anyway. I could do any state instead of idle here, but I still need a default animation. You know, a green or orange one. I need a default one, so this pattern is fine. Okay, parameters plus boolean. I will just use I will just open CW. I hope you will forgive me, sorry. Forget, lol. That's what happened when you are French and not very good in language and you still learn a second one. Okay, so open clockwise. I'm gonna add and click on the arrow plus yeah, open clockwise true. Here it's a reverse. Click on the arrow, open counterclockwise true. To quit the animation, I'm gonna do a condition, open clockwise false. Same here, open counterclockwise false. And since my animation are, let me just do shift space when I click here so it's full screen. Since my animation are perfect, oh, now it won't work, shift space. Since they are perfect, I don't need to overlap animations for having smooth transition. You know, if the successive animation are not perfect, it means that the end of one is not the same as the first of another. If they are not the same, end and start of two animation, you need to merge them together to have a transition, you know. How will you call it? It's a fade, yeah, between them. By default, you need to put a fade. Like here, you see by default I have a fade. I don't need that. So I'm gonna put 0 and 1. sometimes the fade causes more trouble than it solves. And I'm gonna remove exit time. So if the door is just, wait, something's wrong here. That's not gonna work. Okay, you know I won't use this pattern. I'm sorry. I will use this one instead. Hope you I hope if you are looking at this stream, you're not like, I just did all this in 30 minutes and you delete it. No, sorry. Again, I will remove the superposition. No, you know what? I'm sorry. I will put it at 100% and remove exit time. We will do test, okay? I'm not 100% sure of what I'm doing. So let's just do test. I'm gonna do in play mode and we will test it. We don't need code yet. We just need to force the parameters. What I want is that if the door partially open, I want it to cancel and close, you know? There's a way of doing this. Okay, first here. Okay, what happened? Open clockwise true. Oh yeah. Open clockwise false. Okay. Okay, open. And don't close. It's a no, it's a okay. Let me click here. I'm sorry, I don't perfectly know by heart how to do this. I will explain if it works. I think I need an idle state. What do you think, Kidner? Or a reference. Let's do a reference. I'm not sure 100%. Let's do a reference state. The idle. Okay, I'm sorry about this. I just never remember perfectly. So
I would maybe be more specific. Instead of idle, do closed.
Oh yeah, you're right. My laptop just hit my hand. Sorry, someone is trying to call me twice. I just need to tell the person I'm streaming. Okay, sorry about that. So we will keep the same pattern. When I say pattern, it's because there's multiple ways of doing the same thing in Unity and animation. So idle close, I will in fact put the animation idle close and write default here. So what happened? It will try to fade between close and open. So you know what? I will change my open animation to this. So, and I will explain everything in 1 sec. I just need to make sure it works first. You remember what I said? I will assume that it's not perfect. Okay. Oh my god, what a mistake. Wait, what?
You made a duplicate of your open clockwise and made it closed, but you haven't programmed closed yet.
Wait.
So if you click on your closed animation.
Wait. Close. Oh, wait. Ah, damn it. Close. Oh, right. You're right. There. Thank you. You're following.
So basically what you did there is you took the yeah.
Oh,
all right.
It's perfectly working now. Okay, so I changed my technique right now. Let me quit play mode. This technique is different. Instead of having animation, you have a door close, a door open. You don't call animation. What you call is transitions. So the arrow will say, do a transition between the position A of the door to the position B of the door, right? So here the arrow, I will put exit time duration 1 I'm not sure about what I'm doing. Let's do that. Let's try it after. Yes. Let's try this. I want the transition to be 1 sec. If you an animation, if you put only one key on it, by default it will be 1 second. It's like a rule in Unity. An animation, if you don't have a duration, it will fall back to 1 second. So 1 second to open, 1 second to close. That's the default. Is there a way to make it faster? I wonder. If I change the duration to 0.5, what happened? I can change the speed, that's for sure. Okay, you see the door open completely. So I can make that animation have to finish before switching, or I can make that it don't matter. So I normally have exit time interruption source. Maybe it's that. I'm sorry, I'm not fully knowing. But the good thing is, you don't necessarily need to understand. Just use what I will send to the Google Drive as template, and then you have this specific type of animation. If you need more, I can make more for you.
So would you entertain the idea?
Look, it worked now. Now you don't need to fully finish. I can even cancel the close. What did you say? Sorry.
Oh, I was wondering about using instead of two bools, possibly using a single integer where 0 is closed, 1 is open to the counterclockwise, and 2 being open to the counterclockwise.
Yeah, that will work for sure. The reason I did not do that is because I don't have a transition between fully open one side to fully open the other side. But that could both will work. But yeah, is there a better one? Maybe it's better to be honest, I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe it could have been better. But like I said, there's 100 ways of doing the same animation.
Oh, sure.
But I think this one is very nice. The states that transit like this. Oh yeah, now it's like slow. Let's put 0.5 second. Transition duration is in second. So by having transition duration, I think that's the origin of what I said, that the 1 frame animation stay 1 second. So now look, it's way faster.
Nice.
Good. Let's do this the same for the other. So as exit time, no. Fake duration 0.5. Exit time, I'm not sure. What did I put? 0. I know it's gray, mate. I think it's still used here. Maybe a bug. Oh, by the way, normally you don't edit anything in play mode. I just know by knowledge, by fact, that I can edit animation in play mode. But try to avoid this. Transition duration 0.5. Interruption source next state. I'm not sure about the interruption source, but yeah. So 0, 0.5, this, that. Let's try it now. Whoops. Something's wrong. Oh yeah, there's no counterclockwise false, counterclockwise true. And of course, if it's already open like this, yeah, it may have been better to have one.
I guess when you set up the colliders, that you'll just manually make one and the other the other.
We'll just have to cover all possibilities. Okay, so now the animation is done. Now we need the logic to trigger them. So I will add two cubes that are gonna be pressure plate. One in the entrance and one at the exit. So depending on the order that you touch the pressure plate, it's gonna open or close the door. If you see what I mean. Sorry, it's gonna open the door in the right direction. So pressure plate 1. The nice thing with this project here is that you can literally change the door mesh without affecting anything. And you can move and shrink the pressure plate. You can change the door for another object. I don't know, a window. I don't know, something else. It won't affect because the animation affect an empty game object here. Okay, so the pressure plate will be special. I would put them to trigger. Should I use collider or trigger? Let's do collider for once. Okay, first of all, we'll put the pressure plate. It's gonna be annoying that you bump when you walk on it. Okay, sorry. They will be like holographic, so they won't be like physical. So I will still use the terrain layer. Terrain. I will check here is trigger. Is trigger on a. Okay, for an object to be physical, you need a collider. Here I have a box collider on a box. And if I check is trigger, it means that the collider will be a special type of object that detects when something is inside it. So it will like be a ghost. Let's call it a ghost. A ghost object. It's not Halloween, but yeah. Good, we have the two ghost objects. I'm gonna put the pressure plate inside the door origin, so when you move the door origin, everything move with it. You see? And you can rotate it now, there's no problem. There won't be weird things happening. What was I saying? Yeah. Is there background sounds? I'm sorry about that, it's the washing machine and the dryer. You stretch
I
1
can't seem
second.
to hear it.
Stretching. Stretching finish. Okay. Logic now. I'm pretty sure I put a bolt code somewhere. Did I? Oh yeah, it was on a cube. Okay, let's reuse it. Bolt here, flow machine. I made a script. I will create a folder. Okay, I know it's annoying to talk about our organization, but it's very important. There's two patterns I'm fighting myself to choose. So either way, you create a folder for all feature you make, or you create a folder for type of files. The two are very good. Like the two are nice. If you organize everything by features, it's easier to find files that are related together. But the problem of a folder by features is that, for example, a folder for a house, a folder for a chair, a folder for a window. First of all, you will have a lot of folders. Secondly, you may accidentally create too much materials and too much textures. You know, it's harder to reuse. If you do folders by type, it's easier to reuse. Mostly, you want to reuse material and texture. Material is the file that tells a surface how to render, and texture is a texture. So maybe we could do both. I don't know. What do you think? Which one do you prefer, Kid Nerd? What is your organization? Tell me about you.
Oh man, on the spot. I would have to spend some time thinking about it. Generally, it's I do the same kind of assets hashtag local, and then I usually will have a folder in there that's got my Kid Nerpo name on it,
Hmm.
and then it's kind of based on the what I'm working on. So kind of what you were saying. If I'm working on a pumpkin house, I'll have a folder called Pumpkin House,
Okay.
and then I'll have any of my models in there. I'll usually have a folder for textures and maybe materials um, in those folders.
Okay, so you use the pattern where you do folder by feature, if I could tell, or folder by asset,
pretty
or by
close.
mini
Yeah,
project, whatever the name.
by mini project. That's a
Yes,
better way to put it.
there must be a way of mixing the two. For example, if you bake a texture, there's no point of sharing it, you know? So it can be specific. But if you have a wood
Yes.
texture, this should be generic. So maybe there's a way of having folders for generic asset like textures, material, it's hard to say. Yes. So I know. Let's try something. Okay. Folder generic texture. It means it's a texture that can be reused. Generic script and animation is pretty much always specific. So let's rename this for, how can I call it? Automatic door. So we could call it features, asset, mini project, animated door. Scene, that's fine. That's gonna go with the, like if I do yes, so you know, I think that's the best pattern I found yet. Generic, but it's more complicated. Material. Generic material. I mean, it's kind of implicit. So I just can remove the generic term because I just know myself to know how it works. I don't necessarily need to know to read it if I already know it.
I think the other thing I'll usually do is set up a folder for super units, for bolt super units.
Yeah, that's why I made a hashtag script. This is for
Yep.
generic scripts. A specific script will be in its project.
Yes.
I call, you know what? I'm gonna keep it this here. Let's never mind mini project. Delete. Scene can stay there. That's fine. Wood is more like a material that's generic, right? Let's put a wood texture on it. That, oh boy, yes. That's not wood, that's crown. No, it's ties. Damn it. I did it again. Okay, like Nerp said, I mean hashtag local Denevraut because it's my projects. Or I normally create a folder here for project, a big project. Like it could be Denevraut, it can be like the super tree house. I don't know. Material. Ugly ties. I don't know how to write ugly, so don't judge me. Wood one, I drag and drop on the. Oh, I'm just gonna show you what I was saying. You see, ugly ties. If I edit it for the ground, it's a file. It's editing it for the door too. So, not a good option. That's also why you don't want to use a cube to make a door. So let's do that. I did it again. Wood. There. Now we have our wooden door and our ground. Try to use as less material as possible. It's The more material you have, the heavier it is to render. Oh, I forget something important too. No, let's don't change subject because I already did too much. Change subject. Let's continue this. So I'm gonna check my code for the door. Automatic door here. The script is there. I drag and drop the script. I will just rename the script. Automatic door. My god, my SSD is boiling. Can I put it there or somewhere? Okay. The script, sorry about that. So I'm gonna tell the script, I'm just gonna call it pressure plate in. I would just use the logic that X axis is always on the right, Y on the up, and Z is in front. So yeah, that's not good. I mismade the door. It's a little bit too late. Okay, I'm sorry. I will fix the door right now because I don't want you to hate me. So let's cheat. I will rotate the door. Okay, I'm cheating right now. I move the object outside of the door. I reset the rotation of the origin of the door. I know this is black magic, but that's how it is. Okay, now the rotation have been reset. So this is the entrance. This is the outside and inside. Imagine when the z-axis is in front, you are entering in a house. So pressure plate in. Wait, out. I don't think it's self-explaining. Enter, exit. I guess it makes more sense. Now I broke all the logic. I think I broke the logic. So I will need to go edit the animation. You see how it's important to be careful. So my animation now is broken. I'm gonna.
Is it though? Because you still have door origin and then door pivot.
Wait.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. Okay,
So
you're right.
right now the door close.
Yep.
It's supposed to be minus 90, but now it's 0. You see?
Got it.
That's a big mistake. So place everything before making your animation. So wait. Door pivot. I'm confused. Wait, was it still good? I'm confused. Let's go in play mode. Oh. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Damn it. There. Clockwise. So it will be... It's more like... Clockwise is more like exit the house. Counterclockwise would be enter the house. Wait, something is weird here. You can select animation and press play. This one is wrong. So it's 0. Okay. Oh, yeah. I need to be in record to change it. Sorry. Good. What's happening again? Counterclockwise. Minus 100. Okay. Yeah, it's not very easy to... Good. Now it's repaired. Sorry about that. What's this here? Weird. Okay, we can now return to the logic. Edit graph. So we don't care about that here. I don't think we care. What we want is on trigger enter. So on trigger enter for the pressure plate in and out. And we need 2. I don't think I need an on trigger exit because I will detect the order of the pressure plate. Oh yeah, I need I will use a timeout. Wait. Okay, never mind. I have another idea. I will put the pressure plate closer, so it's almost impossible to quit one without touching the other. You see what I mean?
Yep.
So now I will use on trigger exit. So if you exit before entering the other, it means that you did not go in finally. Okay, I will okay, so this node here, execute code when something touch the pressure plate. So I will make a field yes. Sorry. I will make a logic to make sure that the object that touch it, it's a player. Oh, do we care if it's a player? I'm just afraid random invisible stuff will touch it, so I will make sure it's a player. So
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I will do the logic first and then compress it, okay? So collider transform. You will understand in 1 second. Transform.root. Okay, this is kind of dark magic because we know how Somnium Space player work. So you remember here the folders, game object inside game object. So the Somnium Space player is like this. There's a lot of game object, and well, there's one thing I know: the camera is inside the player in PC and VR. So if I compare the root Tupperware of the camera and the root Tupperware, the biggest Tupperware of the camera and the biggest Tupperware of the player, I know they are the same. I recap. If I check the root Tupperware of the camera and I compare the root Tupperware of the object that touched the pressure plate and they are the same, it means it's the player. I don't know if it makes sense, but just copy the code. Yeah, I don't know. Camera.main. What's next? Camera.transform. Transform.root. I will simulate the player, you will understand, okay? Create empty. Fake player. I'm gonna put the camera inside it. And I'm gonna put a collider inside the player, like a cube that will be like on vehicle layer with a rigid body. Okay, sorry about this. So the fake player is at a random place. Oh, let's make something that look more like a player. A cylinder instead. Okay, if this don't make sense, don't worry. It's just for showing you. This is a simulation of a player. It should be colliding normally. Hoping. Yes. Camera is here. We don't care where the camera is. It's just for testing. So normally when the player will touch the thing here, it should trigger logic here. So we will do it right now. Debug.log. Sorry. On trigger enter. of course, we need to assign the pressure plate to this green box here. So door origin, pressure plate, enter. I copy this. I will put a collider. I will explain in 1 sec. Okay, so since I want to access the pressure plate state, I need to create a variable here. I'm on the door origin, the one that moved the door. The door Tupperware. Sorry, I wonder, is this making it simpler or more complex to understand? I'm not sure. So I reference the pressure plate here, and I will do with the other two. Pressure plate Tupperware exit. Oh my god. Oh wait, I mixed them together again. I don't like the names. It's confusing. Okay, I will call it pressure plate to enter. See what I mean? Parce que is it the pressure plate to exit, or is it the pressure plate of the exit? You see what I mean?
I do see what you mean.
To exit. So you need, it's the pressure plate you need to touch to exit. I hope. Like I said, the best way to understand something is to playing with it. So what's fun with open world project is that I will make a lot of templates of examples that you can reuse. So you don't have to start anything from scratch by using something that already works and editing it from your taste. First of all, if you want to make something that is similar, it's going to be easier to do it because you will have less stuff to change, and you can still ask me or the community to make the slight difference. For example, you want to do the same thing, but you want the door to slide instead. You see what I mean? You don't necessarily need to understand everything, but you will understand by playing with it. It's like toys when you are very young. You learn how it works by playing with it. I call it learning by example. That's how I teach now. Imagine your math class at school, algebra.
Yes.
That's not what I want to do. I don't want to transform Unity in algebra. Imagine I do tutorials without even you, just by talking, showing nothing, I'm explaining everything. They should understand,
True.
Oh my god. Sorry when I talk too much, it's turning in my head. I just need to take a break. Okay. So I will go under door. Okay, let me show you another tricks I use. You see here I always lost myself. When I put script on something, I start the name by hashtag. It means there is script on it. You see? You can use your own code, but yeah, I love this one. It's special. There's an hashtag. Pressure plate to enter. See how the name is long? As long as I understand what it means, it's fine. Don't worry. To exit. Which one am I doing? Let's do the one to exit. Okay. So I connect the pressure plate collider. Sorry, it's important. Oh no, it just needs to be a game object. In fact, I did not know. I did not know. So variables, you have to give him a type. Since this green box needs a game object, I know it because the icon here is a white box. Pressure plate to exit. I could have let it colliders. It's gonna work too, don't worry. Yes, let's go with that. I'm gonna press play. What's gonna happen? Now I configure this green box so when something something that can move. If something that can move touch it, it's gonna print something in my console here. So let's move my player. There. See? Every time on trigger enter. I kill my player. On trigger enter. On something enter the trigger, it execute the code. I can do this. I can do the same with. Okay, here I'm gonna edit the code in play mode, but it's not recommend. Sometimes I edit the code in play mode and rarely everything disappear. Like, ah no. Try to avoid. But if you are just doing tests, it's fine. Learning by example, but I give the bad example. There. I do the same for exit. I'm not sure it's gonna work since I'm still in play mode. Fake player. No, it don't work. It's all broken. Okay. Let's press play again. My cylinder is not locked, so it can fall in the side. See? This one execute, this one execute.
Nice.
Whoa. Oh, that's because there's a door. That's why. That's why it's crazy. Okay. So I will use my logic here to show you how it works. I will use my fake player and a not fake player. You will see the difference. So the capsule. Sorry, let me just fix the fake player. I will lock the rotation so it won't fall. There. Capsule here. I will add a rigid body. I need to put it on vehicle layer because it's moving. Everything that's moving is vehicle. Everything that's not moving is static. Let's do the same for the not player. You can use special character for helping yourself to understand what this is. Photon mono, go there please. I just put an equal here for me for now, but normally I won't do that. Fake player and not player. I need to reset the transform. Okay, so we have the not player here that should not trigger a new logic. I will just do equal and branch. Okay, those two nodes here. I want to check first. I get the collider main top aware, the bigger top aware, the first. Okay, I will just call it root. Root game object. Root mean that nothing can be lower or higher depending on how you see it. Like, you know, there's the roots of the trees, then there's bigger roots, then there is the trunk, then there is the branch, then there is the leaves. Root is like they're not, it's where
Oh,
everything
wait.
starts. And I'm just trying to explain it because I
Yes.
use this expression a lot. So for example here, all those game objects are roots because there's nothing that contain them. The only thing that contain them is the scene. It's like the ground. Then there's the roots. If I open it, it's not roots anymore. It's like a hierarchy. Okay, let's return to this code. So I compare the root of the thing that touch. I don't know yet if it's a player. I compare it to the root of the player because I know that the camera root is a player. So I'm gonna use a comparison equal. Let's take the two information, check if they are equal, and I use this information to branch. Branch mean trees again. Branch mean that depending on the input, pink mean like yes or no, Boolean. Depending on the input, you will either way go in this way or this way. It's like to branch, you know. When you have arrows, it's called flow. Imagine there's water that come here, and this is like a valve, depending on the condition here. So the valve turns to true or false. Don't worry, the valve cannot be half open. There, so we will use the debug.log again. We will have a message. If you want to have text, it's called string literal. String mean text. Literal mean that kind of mean nothing. So just know it can enter a value. Is a player. Impostor. There. Let's try this logic now. When we will be finished with this test, I will convert all this to one block that will check and give you the answer. Okay, so I have the logic here. You have the console there. Let me clear those warnings. Fake player. No, sorry. Let's go with not player. Which one is it? This one. Impostor. You detect it's a fake one. It's not a player. And fake player is a player. You see? Now I can make the difference. So now you don't really need to understand how it works. I will just create a super node, super unit, sorry, and you can just use it, not have to understand how it works. Just use it or copy. Super unit. I'm gonna copy the logic here. Paste. So this is a kind of a shortcut of code. It's like you pack all the code here into a box. You don't have to understand how it works. You just need to know what is the input and what is the output. Oh yeah, I cannot do that like this. Input, I'm gonna set. First, I need the input of the flow. So an arrow and an arrow to exit, and in fact two. It's gonna be true and false. Is it a player or not? Please, true or not, true, false. And input, I'm going. Oh no, there's nothing else I need. That just. Oh, sorry. I need the collider. You know what? I have an even better idea. And I'm gonna copy this too. You will understand in 1 sec. Collider. 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 So this is a very special. It's just. What analogy I could use for super unit? Like a template. No, never mind. Never mind. I don't have analogy. I don't need the input arrow finally, because I will have the green node inside. Please remove. So, sorry, I don't have a lot of FPS. There's just too much things open right now. Let me just check out fast the stream. No comments. No comments. No comments. Okay. Collider here. That's here, here, there. Whoops. There. Okay, so here, this is a code that will be compressed to one node or one box. So instead of being on trigger enter, it's gonna be on player enter. You will see it's gonna be nice. This will only work for local player. So if there is like one of your friend that's moving in your game, in touch the door, it won't open. So maybe it's not the right technique. If you want another player, let's continue like this, and maybe another stream I will make another node. So this is the compressed form. I can delete all of this. Whoops, sorry. What did I just touch? Like delete this, delete that. I will name it on local player enter. I won't say trigger enter because there's, yeah. There. So now we simplify the logic and I don't even need to think about it anymore. I will just reuse this one. Let me save it because we will reuse it. Convert, local, Denevraut, script, on. I personally prefer underscore. I mean, you know, you can just put spaces. On local player enter. On local player enter. There. So I don't need to think about other things. Oh, we can do it for exit 2. Let's do it for exit 2. Yeah, sorry. I will do convert once, convert twice to save as Denevraut script on local player exit. There. So I need to rename it. Exit. My God. Exit. And I copy the on trigger exit. I go inside. I will change this node. I could have done right click replace, but it don't always work. There, that's it. Now you don't have to think anymore about player entering and exiting. Okay, so this should still work. I'm not gonna test it. Let's just do it for fun. That still work. That still work. Perfect. Now we don't need this anymore. So, on local player enter from the plate to exit. On local player enter from the pressure plate to enter. The two pressure plate. And I can do on player exit from this one. So, exit and enter from the two plates. Wrong one. There. So everything I do in stream starting from today will be on a Google Drive. I will share it very soon. But yeah, I think I'm serious about this project. Open World. I want people to have basic nodes that they can use in OMG. They can use it in EWU. They can use it in Summer Space World, or even in other game if they want. But yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, now we need to configure the logic. We will finish after that. So next step, I need the animation. I link to X. Yes, sorry. Door origin. Good. I need a new variable. Oh, never mind. I don't need it. I need to access the animator, but the script is here. Animator is on the same script. I don't need variable because I can access the animator since it's at the same game object. Animator.setBool. .bool. SetBool. Name value. Okay, I just need to remember the name. I don't remember by heart. This is for changing the variable here. Yes. Okay. Let's start simple. Right? Let's start simple. If a player enter, it turn the open clockwise. Sorry, it's the wrong one. If a player enter the pressure plate, if a player quit the pressure plate, we will just do one animation yet. True. On local player enter, set boolean on this animator. Here you can see self. If you see self, it means you will try to get the animator linked to this game object. If it's right, if it's you see none, it won't try. And then I put it to false if you exit. Let's try this. And only if it's a player, of course. Nothing. Open. And it's broken. Animator is broken. Oh, no, the name is wrong. So imagine I want to, it's the wrong one. It's open CCW, counterclockwise. There. Now I enter. Normally it will close as soon as I quit the second one. You see what I mean?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I try to enter, I change idea. I try to enter, I change idea. Now I want to do enter, and so I'm gonna add a memory. I'm gonna add two memories. Set graph variable. So we need a start to. I know. I personally like to set variables on start. There's two ways. If you want a local variable, a local information if you prefer, and local stored information, we can call it variable. Either way, you have a start and you set them when the script starts, or you can configure them manually here. Which one do you prefer, kid? Manually?
I don't have a preference really, I don't think.
Pressure plate to enter presence. Yeah, it's a lot of. I think this. I think the other way is it's way more visual. I want to save the presence of. Okay, let me try something else. Pressure plate to exit. I know it's very long variable, but when you will get better in Bolt, you can make shorter variables since you will understand more your own code. Presence. So this means that Bolt literal because I can set it manually. This variable will tell the script that a player is still touching the other pressure plate. You see? So we will adapt our logic with this. It's a very long variable. So look at this. Let me make some more place. Pressure plate to exit presence. True. Pressure plate to exit. Whoa, what happened? A lot of comments pop everywhere. Volt is very strange sometimes. And I also press a lot of buttons by accident. when you exit, the dog is so annoying. Gosh. You don't listen. Kush means sleep in French. Okay. When the player enter, it save the present. When it quit, it delete the presence. Oh wait. Period to exit. To enter. Same for entering. It will remind the there. Presence. Enter presence. Pressure. Okay, no, never mind. There. Now we have our variable set. Next step is, what do we do with this information? First of all, get local. No, it's sorry. Get graph. Graph mean local. Just know that. So I will copy paste this one. Copy paste this one here. It's for getting the value. So if I'm entering, let's start with this one. Sorry, need to make space. Pressure plate to enter. If I touch it, okay. But where was I before? You know what I mean? Where was I before? Yeah. Was I inside? Was I outside? So depending on where I was before, I will do a different logic. So I will do a branch. So pressure plate to enter. So was I inside before or was I outside before? I could do that instead. Was inside. Is it correct? Pressure plate to exit. So normally I was inside. You see how a variable name can change the comprehension of your code?
Yes.
Was inside or was outside. It's important to name the variable correctly, because when you use a variable 5 to 10 times, you don't want to rename all of them. It's annoying. Okay. Pressure plate to enter was inside. Correct. If I already was inside, it means that I'm going to quit. Get out. You see here, I did not correctly name the animator names. I will rename them right now. So clockwise, I don't even know what this is. I'll remember. Clockwise is exiting. Counterclockwise would be entering. Exiting, entering, or enter, exit. No, exiting, I think it's better. Okay, did it break all my naming? No, good. Renaming work here at least. Exiting, entering, good. If I touch the pressure plate to enter, so either way I come from nowhere and I'm gone inside, or I'm from inside and I'm gone on the side. You see the difference? Is I was inside, I'm gonna exit. First of all, in any case, I was outside because I touched the pressure plate. I know it's confusing, but that's how it is. Oh no, let me do it at the end, so it's gonna be more logic. I hope this is gonna work. Okay, was inside, I'm exiting. Was outside, I'm entering. And then, since now, in any case, I'm outside, you know. When I touch it, in any case, I'm outside. I'm not inside. So I'm put this logic here. Hope it makes sense. Or if it not, sorry. If it not makes sense, it's because the naming. I know the naming are not perfect yet. Could have been better. I could have called the pressure plate inside and outside too. That would have been more simpler. Or is inside and is outside. Okay, next logic. If I quit this pressure plate, either way I close the door, or either way I do nothing. You see what I mean? Close the door or I do nothing. So the only way I do something is when I was not inside before. Normally. Was inside? No. So now I close the door. Exiting. The naming are so wrong. Oh my god. Okay, let's try this now. Oh boy. Yeah, I need to reset this here. It's just because the animation have been played there. You don't need the fake player anymore. Almost work, but because the logic is not complete. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy paste all this and rename stuff. Normally I should just reverse everything, I think.
True.
I think that's really a rough. I have no idea what I'm doing. Sometimes instinct work for coding, so. What is this music? Sound like kid music. No, it's fine. Sometime. Oh yeah, that's broken. Was outside. Okay, now it's Christmas music. Oh my god, the MCA beats. This look like Christmas music.
I can't hear it, or
Yeah, I know you can, but you can't hear, but you can feel. Okay, so this is broken. Okay, just gonna add some. Now it's wrap. Oh my god. Okay, so This is the initialization code for variables. Nothing interesting here. Oh, by the way, personally, I love when my nodes snap to the grid. It's just more beautiful. You can do this by edit, preference, bolt X, uh, snap to grid. Bolt and bolt X. There's some interesting option you can check there. Okay, now that's still broken. Oh yeah, because I need to restart the script. Because the start only work when the script start. Okay. I have difficulty to believe what I'm seeing. Oh yeah, this is missing. It's all lost now.
Oh my
Enter.
god.
I change idea. Yeah. Okay, so wait, when I yeah, it's this one here that's missing. I cancel it, so it must be exiting. Uh, wait 1 sec. Which one do I trigger? Entering. Yes, so I cancel entering. There. Same thing for here. I cancel exiting. I am exiting, sorry. There, now it should be working. No, it's not. Exiting. No, it's the sorry, it's the reverse. Made a mistake. Okay. Try to enter. I forget. Yes? No. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. Whoa, calm down. Enter. I change idea. Enter. I enter. I exit. I change idea. Okay. I exit. I change idea. Exit. I change idea. Exit. I exit for real. No. I enter. I change idea. I enter. I enter for real. I exit. Wait. Hey, you jerk. I said I enter. It's all broken. Maybe the variable name is wrong. I'm not sure. To exit, to enter. Was inside, was outside. Okay. I enter. I change idea. I enter. I enter for real. What a mess. entering. Maybe I put both on false. No, I don't. Wait, yeah, maybe. If I was not inside, I think I do both. What about this? No, it's broken.
Do you need this to be opposite? Entering and
Wait.
exiting.
Let me just check this. What happened? Okay. Okay, I think that's it. I was changing it multiple times, but it was always wrong. So I think it was both I need to do. Okay. It's working. It's working. Yeah, pretty much. Now the last step. I change idea. What a pain. There. Yeah, that's the last case. When I go inside but I change idea. Oh, when both are true. And I still go out. Oh my god. Another case to cover. When both are true. So when this is true and this is true. So I thought it was this. You know, I had logic school at at university, and this will remind me so much. Normally you will make a grid with all the states, and then you will. I mean, there's a way of not doing maths, but doing organization to know in advance what are the states change and stuff like this. Maybe I could recheck that and see if I cannot make a tool. Sorry, a logic tool. Because if you have two buttons, it means you have, and each button have two states. It means that you have 4 possibilities. Per sides, you see, per direction.
Yeah.
I think. Or 3 per direction? I'm not sure. What happens if I do this? In, out, in, out, in, out. Oh yes, that's it. I got it now. Sorry. It's still always, you always have a memory of which one you touched last. Was it nothing or was it the other plate? Yeah, it's not the easiest logic to do, but at least you will have a template to edit it. And this will be fully reusable with any kind of door logic, you know. If it's a sliding door, it would be much more simpler because the door don't open in each direction.
That's a good point. In fact, I remember learning Unreal Engine. I think all of the beginning tutorials were sliding doors.
Yeah. Okay, let's restart. I go in. I go there. Wait. In. There. Now both are true. So if I exit the to exit, but both are true, I need to do something different. Oh no, I didn't do nothing. No, never mind. This to exit, and both are true. Why did it went there? Oh, it worked. You see? No, never mind. I'm quitting the to exit, not crazy. Ah, this is okay. When I save this, the last thingy, it should be at the end. Let me show you something.
Sure.
Since I have a lot of branch, either way I connect all of them to this at the end. I can also do sequence. Maybe we'll keep it simple for now. We will talk about sequence another time. So let's do that instead. All the possibility connect here to make sure we save the value. Oh, that's not too good. It's all broken. Sometimes when you play too much, you
Yes.
you lose the green node, so you need to restart. It's not fully support to edit your code in game. Okay, I go out. No, it's sorry. Only one I called is this one. There, now it works.
Nice.
Perfect. So I need to do the same here. I take this node, delete. I need to stop because I. Oh, you know something? Never cut a for loop that is people maybe they don't understand, but did you ever cut a for loop or a while loop in game? It crashed Unity.
To do what?
If there is a loop and a delay, okay, and you cut a link in this, it breaks Unity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got
Vault is
it.
dangerous. There, there, and there. Damn it. I don't like when the line overlap, so you can do some. Yes. Okay, let's start now. It should be repaired. If it's good, I'm gonna stop the stream. It's been long enough. Fake player. Go in, change idea. Go in, change idea. In. Ah, no. Go in. I super change idea. I go in and I in. Ah, it's
Nice.
perfect now.
That's good.
Even if I do this, duck, 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 duck,
Do,
duck.
do, 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 do.
Very the most undecisive person on earth. I definitely look like I have a problem. There, it's finished. So now there it is for today. I know it was not a lot, but there will be more in the next weeks, and I will try to publish this soon. So thank you very much for watching the stream, and I hope you enjoyed this project, and see you next week. And that's very fast to quit, but anyway.